Yeah, it's going to be very strange this summer because we're going to have two transfer windows. The first one, the window will open on Sunday, the 1st of June, but it will close pretty soon after that, Tuesday, the 10th of June. Now, this is a special window that has been allowed by FIFA because FIFA are staging the new expanded 32-team Club World Cup this summer. That starts on the 15th of June. So FIFA want to make sure that the clubs who are playing in it can buy players before the tournament starts. So they've said to the member associations of the clubs taking part, if you want, you can have this special window from the 1st to the 10th of June. And the Premier League have decided today that they will have that window, and that will help the two clubs from the Premier League who are playing in the Club World Cup, Manchester City and Chelsea, to buy players. But it's not just them. The other 18 clubs in the Premier League will be able to trade during that early window as well. Then the window will close for 6 days and it will reopen on Monday, the 16th of June. And that will be the normal transfer window that everybody is used to. It will be open for around 11 weeks and it will close on Monday, the 1st of September.
So there's a 6-day gap there from June the 10th to June the 16th. Why not just leave it open?
That is a good question. I think the answer is you have to be a real sort of transfer window anorak. You need to look at FIFA's rules, the Premier League's rules. Basically, to cut a long story short, leagues are allowed to have a transfer window open for 16 weeks across a year. 16 weeks, that's the maximum it can be open for. Obviously, the January window, that's 4 weeks. So in the summer, you're allowed to have a window of 12 weeks. So the Premier League have to be very, very careful with the dates. And the dates that they've chosen make sure that the window is not open for more than 16 weeks across the year. There had been some talk, some people in football, especially sporting directors, they want the window to close before the season starts. So at the previous shareholders meeting, there had been some discussion about the window perhaps closing on August the 14th, 2 days before the season starts on August the 16th. But there was a vote today, just by show of hands, and everybody unanimously agreed to stick with having the window on the 1st of September. So what, that is 2 and a bit weeks after the season starts. So we're still going to have this situation in the summer where the season starts and then for 2 weeks clubs can buy and sell players. You may have unhappy players who are out of the picture, not playing. So we could still have that situation. I think the reason the Premier League don't want to move the deadline day earlier and have it closed before the season starts is, do you remember? I'm sure you remember.
Yeah.
2018. Premier League clubs decided that the transfer window should close on August the 9th, very, very early, a day before the season started. But then what happened? The big European league said, we don't care what the Premier League are doing, we're going to stick to the 1st of September. So that meant the Premier League clubs were at risk of losing players to their European rivals and not being able to replace them, which is, I think, why the Premier League clubs decided today, let's stick with the 1st of September. We're only going to change it if the big European leagues decide to change their date sometime in the future as well.
Yeah, apologies if you could hear Carve's anorak rustling there. What else came out of that meeting then?
Well, this is another one for anoraks as well. Semi-automated offside technology this weekend. So semi-automated offside technology, SAOT, is being used at Fulham Palace, Brighton Forest, Bournemouth, Man City this weekend. It can't be used at Preston North End against Aston Villa because Preston North End Deepdale is a non-Premier League ground and it doesn't have the 30 tracking cameras that you need to operate semi-automated offside technology. But if all goes well at those 3 games this weekend, I think we will have it in the Premier League probably in around 3 weeks' time. And we're being promised that SAOT will cut down the decision-making time when it comes to offside decisions to about 30 seconds. Of course, it was trialled in the previous round, 7 out of the 8 games. It worked pretty well, apart from there was one issue during the game, Bournemouth against Wolves. when there was an 8-minute delay for VAR checks to be made and eventually